Right. Good morning. My name is Fernando Garcia. I'm Cáceres Impulsa project manager in the UK. I'm a business consultant based in London. And first of all, I would like to thank all the companies and public institutions attending this webinar, as well as the Chamber of Commerce of Cáceres, the Diputación de Cáceres, and REDEX. To begin with, I would like to explain what is Cáceres Impulsa. It is the result of the agreement signed between the Provincial Council of Cáceres, the official Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Services of the province of Cáceres, and the Extremadura Network for Rural Development. Cáceres Impulsa is a project that will contribute to the demographic and economic development of the province of Cáceres by attracting live projects, entrepreneurship, and investment, focusing especially on rural areas. The different actions included in this project will benefit the cities and towns of the province of Cáceres, increasing its inhabitants, creating new jobs, new opportunities, entrepreneurial epicenter, media impact, and projects for the future. Actions will be carried out to attract and engage entrepreneurs, investors, and or people who want to settle in the province of Cáceres. Companies and or individuals will be supported throughout the development of the project. Right. But and now to continue, I would like to explain why Cáceres is so special. First of all, I like to say that Cáceres is in Spain, and I'm gonna just highlight some facts and figures of Spain. I think I guess everyone knows where Spain is located in Southwest Europe. It shares borders with France, Portugal, and the little country of Andorra. It has a population of 47 million inhabitants, while the Great Britain has 67 million. It has 17 regions plus the two cities of Ceuta and Melilla in North Africa. Spain's capital is Madrid with a population of 4.6 million inhabitants. For instance, London, the capital of the United Kingdom, has 9.5 million inhabitants. The form of government is a parliamentary monarchy, and it's important to highlight that Spain is a member of the European Union since 1986. And also it is important to highlight that Cáceres belongs to the Extremadura region. Extremadura region is located in southwest Spain, sharing border with Portugal. You can see it on the picture on the map on the left hand side. It has two provinces, Extremadura, Badajoz, and Cáceres, and its capital is Mérida. It is important to say that 8.3% of Spain's land mass is found in Extremadura. It has a population of 1 million inhabitants, 27% of Spain's water reserves. It is the largest inland coast with up to 4 bathing areas in Spain. And it has 70% of the territory are bird sanctuaries, for stargazing, which British people like so much. And it has also 69 so-called ZIBA zone, which means European Zone of Artistic Project. With a special protection zone for birds. Okay, what makes Cáceres a magic, peaceful, and surprising province? Okay, as you can see in the picture, Cáceres, is well connected to Lisbon, to Madrid, and to Sevilla. It has a Badajoz, the other province of Extremadura, has an airport which is located just 80 kilometers away from the city of Cáceres. As I said before, the province of Cáceres is the second largest province in Spain after Badajoz. It has a population of almost 400,000 inhabitants. The distance from Madrid is less than 300 kilometers. I mean, city of Cáceres to Lisbon is 314 kilometers, and the distance to Sevilla is 235 kilometers. It is located or placed almost 400 meters above sea level. It has a Mediterranean continental climate with an average annual temperature of 16 degrees. With almost 1 million hectares, is the largest forest area in Spain, according to the Spanish National Statistics Body. And it has also UNESCO nature reserves and biosphere reserves. It is important to highlight that it is the region with the best air quality in Spain, and it is recognized as a starlight travel destination since 2016. And I would like to highlight the Monfragüe Nature Park. Okay, I'm going to show you a video just highlighting, as you can see, all the UNESCO heritage sites approved by this organism in the region of Cáceres. Now, I'm going to talk about the city of Cáceres. The Cáceres was founded by the Romans around 34 years before Christ. It is one of the most beautiful medieval cities in Spain. It has 11 districts with almost 100,000 inhabitants. Since 1986, Old Town Barrio Monumental has been declared by the UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. The city's patron is St. George, and for instance, it is the filming location for the TV series Game of Thrones, Season 7. So, as I said before, it is close to one of with the most important, cities in Spain, like Madrid, Lisbon, and Sevilla. The cost of living is lower than in major European cities, which I will explain a little bit later in another slide. I mean, it's a region with the best air quality in Spain. It has 23 municipalities, which all have access to high-speed network. This is important to highlight. 99% were reached in July 2021, and the city of Cáceres promotes the health of its citizens and is committed to sustainable health care with the creation of the bio-incubator health city in Cáceres. The crime rate is well below the Spanish average, and the people from Cáceres are very welcoming, kind, and very friendly as well. Right, what makes Cáceres so special then? I mean, it has a unique nature reserves like Valle del Jerte, Garganta de los Infiernos. I'm gonna talk about the Valle del Jerte Valley, which hosts the Cherry Blossom Festival every year, end of March, which is a national tourist attraction. 1.5 million trees bloom almost in lockstep and color the valley in a dream of white for 15 days, I mean for a fortnight. The Garganta de los Infiernos Nature Reserve consists of 13 water basins that are caused by the erosion of the water on the rock. And the Monfragüe National Park, also Monfragüe Starlight Reserve, is an ideal place for stargazing and was declared a biosphere reserve in 2003. I'm gonna just place a video now, so you could see all the nature reserve that the province of Cáceres could offer all the British, citizens who would like to settle down in Cáceres and set up a business there. Okay, talking about the city of Cáceres, I would like to say that the Puente de Alcántara bridge was built between the years 104 and 106 by the Romans. And the city of Trujillo is the birthplace of Pizarro and other conquerors. I would like to say that there are other very nice places in Cáceres, like Campo de Arañuelo, which is a real mosaic of landscape, combines meadows, mountains, and rivers. And as well, Cáceres has so many important museums, like the Bosque Malpartida museum founded in October 1976 by Wolf Foster. Okay, right. I'm gonna play now a video of the city of Cáceres so you can see how beautiful it is. As I said before, it is a medieval city founded in the year 34 before Christ by the Romans. And has one of the best quality living standards in Spain. Okay, as I said before, I mean, Cáceres, the city of Cáceres has also art and museums like Elga de Alvear and Bostelmar Partida Museum, as I said before. It also hosts, many festivals and celebrations in Spain. I mean, like in the UK, Spain takes care of its traditions. So you could see there the carnival, TV, Dia de la Luz, etc., etc. Now, another thing that makes Cáceres so special, I mean, just to go there and settle down, set up a business, or just go on tourism, is the culinary pleasures. I mean, in 2015, Cáceres became the capital of gastronomy of Spain. I mean, it has plenty of products with protected designation of origin, such as cheeses, honey, paprika, oil, wines, ham. And among these well-known cheeses are Torta del Casar and Igores cheese. It has also a variety of fruits with protected designation of origin, like pimentón de la Vera, paprika, ternera de Extremadura, which is a Extremadura beef, and cordero de Extremadura, which means Extremadura lamb, which has been recently followed by the PGI Vaca de Extremadura. Many other products that, without having these recognitions, enjoy an unbeatable quality, whether they are fruits or vegetables, sausages, as well as wines, cavas, or craft beers. It is important to highlight that there are 4 Michelin restaurants in Extremadura. I'm going to play a video so that you can see what I was mentioning just before about the culinary pleasures of that the region of Cáceres has to offer to other UK citizens looking forward to settle down in Cáceres, or setting up a business in the province of Cáceres. Right, and last but not least, I would like to mention that Cáceres has an entrepreneurial ecosystem with smart labs and co-working spaces. It has 4 university campuses located in Cáceres, Badajoz, Plasencia, and Mérida. An industrial background, university training that makes it so attractive. One of Cáceres' competitive advantages is the quality of life, with more than 3,000 hours of sunshine a year, a very low level of air pollution. The cost of living, for instance, is 58% cheaper than Madrid or Barcelona, for example. And Cáceres has a good infrastructure by road with Madrid, Sevilla, and Lisbon. It also has a direct train to Lisbon and daily direct flights to Madrid and Barcelona. Oh, right, I'm going to talk about now the life in Cáceres. As I said before, it is important to highlight, for instance, that a cafe latte in Cáceres costs 1.20 euros, while in the UK, for instance, in London, where I live, costs about £3, which is about 3.80 euros. I mean, the petrol in Cáceres costs 1.225 euros, and in comparison with the UK, is quite cheap, because here in the UK, I mean, the same petrol costs 1.55 euros. I mean, the average cost of housing in May 2021 in the province of Cáceres was 919 euros per square meters. I mean, those in rural areas. But for instance, in the city of Cáceres, downtown, I mean, you can find a house, for 1,000 145 euros per square meter. And compared to, and this is, to be honest, really cheap in comparison with, you know, the cost of housing in Madrid, which is 3 times more expensive. As you could see in the slide, it's 3,746 euros per square meter, sorry, in Madrid, and almost 3,000 euros per square meter in Barcelona. And it's also important to highlight that the purchase price for industrial properties is 1,233 euros per square meter, while in Barcelona, for instance, is 10 times more expensive, as you could see on the slide. Okay, now I would like to talk about the economy. I mean, I'm gonna talk later in the following slides about the major branches of the industry, the importance of the agriculture and the food industry in Cáceres and the Extremadura region, the textile industry and ceramic production, the gastronomy and tourism, and other branches, as I said before. Right, I think this is so important to highlight, you know, I mean, the infrastructures that Cáceres has with the main, you know, cities in Spain and with Portugal capital, which is Lisbon. Okay, I mean, there are 6 buses per day from Cáceres to Madrid. I mean, as well as medium distance trains with direct connection with Lisbon and Spain's capital, which is Madrid. I mean, by car, you could, from Cáceres to Madrid, you could arrive in less than 3 hours. And as I said before, the nearest airport is located in Badajoz, just 80 kilometers away from Cáceres, with direct flights to Madrid and Barcelona. It is also important to mention that, I mean, the province of Cáceres has, you know, an important number of hospitals. As you could see, it has 7 hospitals, you know, and I'm going to mention some of the most important ones, like the University Hospital of Cáceres, Hospital San Pedro de Alcántara, Provincial Hospital Our Lady of the Mountain, Coria City Hospital, and many others. Well, it is so important, you know, that UK, you know, I mean, entrepreneurs, UK people, you know, wanting or thinking of settling down in Cáceres or setting up a business there, that the province of Cáceres, you know, is a logistics location for goods from America and Asia to Europe through the Plataforma Logística del Sureste. It has also renewable energies with several photovoltaic systems. In the year 2023, a research center for energy storage will be established, and the export of electricity to Spain from 30 local hydropower plants. Right. Talking about, you know, the branches of the economy in the province of Cáceres, I would like to mention the importance of, I mean, the innovation location for life sciences and health. The province of Cáceres has the Jesus Usón Minimally Invasive Surgery Center. It is a multidisciplinary institution dedicated to the research, training, and innovation in the health field. It has extensive experience in translational research in various fields of expertise, like laparoscopy, endoscopy, microsurgery, bioengineering, and health technologies, as well as cell therapy, for instance. It acts as a CRO, which means a contract research organization, specialized in clinical in vivo trials for the pharmaceutical, biotechnology, and medical device industry. Right. The province of Cáceres also offers and has important logistic and industrial areas like Espacio Navalmoral de la Mata and Mejostilla Cáceres Business Park, and also offers and has huge industrial estates. Extremadura Avante promotes and markets various industrial estates adapted to the needs of any business project to promote orderly industrial development in the following cities of Plasencia, Trujillo, Miajadas, Hervás, Zorita, Malpartida de Plasencia, and Casa Tejada. Right. Regarding the industry, I think it is so important to highlight, the business of the biospecialization, because 62% of Extremadura's productive sector belongs to the agri-food sector. Food exports represent 55.3% of total of Extremadura export, compare, for instance, to the 50.7% in Spain. Cáceres has 70% of scientific production, which is oriented to chemistry, biochemistry, biotechnology, and eco-design. As you could see, everything related to biospecialization, as I mentioned before. The industry in Extremadura is mainly agri-food, meat, processed vegetables like tomatoes, and tobacco and wine. With regard to agro-industrial processed products with a specific quality protection, we have the ESAF of Extremadura ham, the Ribera del Guadiana wine, the Extremadura beef, the Extremadura lamb, as I said before in another slide, the Torta del Casar, and the Boris cheese. And I would like to highlight that the priority lines for the industry currently in the province of Cáceres and Extremadura are the lines of work for the industry are framed in the three main axes, which are animal production, plant production, and food technology. Right. As I said before, animal production. I would like to talk about animal genetics, which is a selection and improvement of breeds of interest to the region, conservation and endangered breeds. Conservation of endangered breeds, livestock production, animal reproduction technology, sustainable livestock production systems, animal identification and traceability systems, quality of livestock products, sensory analysis of the product's packaging and conservation systems. Right, regarding food technology, as I said in the previous slide, the agri-food innovations and process improvement, management of byproducts and waste, recycling and use such as whey, food safety, electronic identification systems, conservation of horticultural products, improvements in the preservation of products for fresh consumption, development of new presentation in unique products, and finally, vegetable production. As I said before, the province of Cáceres now is focusing on plant genetics, biotechnology applied to identify different and new varieties, vegetable production, evaluation of horticultural fruit, vine, olive, cereal, and legume varieties, alternative crops, agro-energy crops, selection and productive systems of aromatic and medicinal plants. And finally, forest production, natural and assisted regeneration of the Mediterranean forest. As you could see, as I said before in the slide, Cáceres is focusing mainly in the field of the biospecialization, which I think it could encourage UK companies to invest in the province, to set up businesses there, or just settle down there. Okay, right. Now I'm going to talk about Cáceres Impulsa project, which I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, and just highlight the approach and the goal and the target it has. Firstly, I would like to mention the demographic and economic preservation. Secondly, the preservation and development of its natural and biological diversity. And the main aim of Cáceres Impulsa, obviously, is to promote Cáceres worldwide. In this case, within the UK. Right. I mean, the three goals to be achieved by Cáceres Impulsa are the one which follows, which is live, entrepreneurship, and invest. Right. I mean, who is this project of Cáceres Impulsa aimed for? Okay, first of all, is aimed for people who wish to change their usual residence, whether temporarily or long-term, in rural areas. It is also aimed for entrepreneurs with a new project or startups. It is also aimed for self-employed and salaried workers who want to escape the stress of big cities. I mean, also it's ideal for partnerships in the field of tourism, trade, bio-specialization, as I said before, and communication. And also it is aimed for students and interns who want to learn a new language and get to know another culture. People interested, as well as people interested in investing in innovative projects. And for instance, in the UK, I found this very interesting because, as you may know, I mean, since the 1st of January of 2021, I mean, the Brexit became a reality, and finally, the United Kingdom, I mean, left the European Union, which means that they left the customs and the I mean, free trade agreement with the European Union. And so, therefore, I mean, many, UK companies, which maybe are thinking of relocating, their businesses abroad, I think they should take into account, the province of Cáceres, which offers such a huge, advantages in order regarding the cost of living, the cost of housing, the quality of life. I mean, the proximity to Madrid, to Sevilla, to Lisbon, Portugal's capital, etc. Right, live. Okay, I mean, Cáceres Impulsa, I mean, will give support and advice to all those British entrepreneurs that want to settle down in Cáceres or just set up a business there in order to find the right place to live. I mean, they will help them with the access to housing offers, whether just for rental or for purchase. Access as well to the co-living, co-housing offer pool, which is quite huge in Cáceres. Access to training and development resources. Help finding suitable language courses. Could be face-to-face, in person and online. And a huge support with all the administrative, red tape procedures. Right, work. I mean, Cáceres Impulsa, I mean, as I said, they will give support in finding a job or an apprenticeship. I mean, they will get provision of an online job exchange, access to exchange programs for students and interns, access to co-working spaces, Cáceres network, access to technical university and college projects, and very important, support in innovation projects. I mean, entrepreneurs who wish to, British entrepreneurs who wish to set up a startup in the region of Cáceres. Right, invest. Cáceres Impulsa, as I said before, will give, effective advice to private and professional investors. They will give easy access to innovative projects in the region. Through Cáceres Impulsa, you could get access to real estate offers and commercial projects in the Cáceres region. The opportunity of bringing together investors, authorities, and other public bodies or institutions, and easy access to innovative projects in the region, as as well as locate the means of financing needs and access to local, regional resources and national grants and subsidies for those, British entrepreneurs who wants to set up a business in the province of Cáceres, as well as support in the business creation process. Right. The Chamber of Commerce of Cáceres, as I said at the beginning of the presentation, is one of the three main bodies, involved in the Cáceres Impulsa project. And in my opinion, for those UK, entrepreneurs or, UK citizens looking forward to, to settle down in Cáceres, or as I said before, investing there, or reaching, partnerships in the different, economic sectors. If you contact with the Chamber of Commerce of Cáceres, they will put you through, with another institutions in the same province. They will offer you individual advice and bespoke support. Very, very important. The Chamber of Commerce of Cáceres will do fast processing and no red tape regarding demands and projects, and openness to new innovation and business opportunities. Right, financial support. This is so important as well, for all those UK, companies willing to set up a business in Cáceres, and it is important to let them know that the grants offered by the government of Cáceres to facilitate the return of people from Extremadura, either currently outside the region or recently returned to Extremadura, allowing them to settle there and set up a business, as I said before. Also, financial support for the promotion of self-employment. The grants, are from 7,500 euros for women job seekers, people with disabilities, or for people age 52 plus, who live in municipalities with less than 5,000 inhabitants. Cáceres Impulsa, through the Chamber of Commerce of Cáceres, will also, give you advice regarding the co-working and smart lab networks, which are the following: Circular Fab Network, Smart Open Lab, and Aldea Lab. It is important also, in this case, to highlight, Cáceres Erasmus support for entrepreneurs. In this case, as you may know, because, the United Kingdom just left the EU, on January the 1st of 2021, there are no more Erasmus, a student exchange between UK and, for instance, Spain, which belongs to the European Union. But anyway, it gives support to resident companies in generating opportunities, business opportunities, and financing in emerging markets through participation in the network of liaison offices with the private sector, World Bank, which the Chamber of Commerce of Cáceres will give you all this information regarding these business opportunities. Also, it's important to highlight the regional financial support for investment projects of a minimum amount of 10,000 euros. The grant for this funding line is starting at 2,000 euros. When talking about investment made with a maximum percentage of the approved investment from 25% for large companies, 35% for medium-sized companies, and 45% for small companies. This will be the original financial support. Right, as well as, the European Regional Development Fund, ERDF, which provides non-repayable grants, which managed directly by local public administrations in the province of Cáceres. The LEADER funds managed by Extremadura Network for rural development through its local action groups. It is not repayable and in general for business or productive projects. I mean, the maximum percentage aid, financial support would be of 50% or 75%, as the case may be, of the ancillary investment per project, up to a maximum of 200,000 euros. In the case of agricultural products processing projects, the maximum percentage of financial support will be up to 50%. And it's important to mention as well the next generation funds that, as you may know, the European Commission has approved for the 27 countries which belongs to the European Union in order to help them, recovery from the COVID-19, pandemic. Unfortunately, the United Kingdom, because has left the European Union, will not receive this kind of funds. Okay, and this is, the end of my presentation. If you have any questions or answers, I will be, delighted to comment them with you. And thank you so much for your attention. Hi, hello, I'm here. Okay.
Fernando, it looks like there's not going to be any questions. So if you want to reach us for any further information, you can send us an email to info.uk@cáceresimpulsa.es, or please visit our website about the project. It is written on the chat box. So if you want to check it out, we will be happy to help you. Thank you very much for your attention, and have a nice day.
Okay, from my side, thank you so much to Cáceres Impulsa, to the Chamber of Commerce of Cáceres for this opportunity, and here, I would like to encourage all these, British companies or British entrepreneurs, in order to, take into account the province of Cáceres, in order to set up a business there, in order to settle down, because, as I said, it's worthwhile, knowing this beautiful, and outstanding region in Spain. And of course, feel free to contact me as well, through my email address, because I'm based in London. So thank you so much for your attention.
I'm sorry, Fernando. As for the Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs, I would like to say that the withdrawal agreement foresees that the UK and persons or entities established in the UK remain eligible to participate in the multi-annual financial framework 2014-2020 EU programs, including the Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs program, even after the end of the transition period, which was the 31st of December last year. So concretely, this means that the UK entrepreneurs can continue to participate in the Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs program through the UK-based intermediate organizations until 31st of January 2023. So it's still ongoing.
Yeah, no. Thank you so much for this important feedback. Could you please send me this info to my email address, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much. Because it's important to know that that it will continue until 2023. So it's so important information. Thank you so much.
That's all.
Okay, Fernando, we can conclude.
Okay. So thank you very much for being there, and we keep in touch. And as I said before, please feel free to contact either the Cáceres Chamber of Commerce, or either myself as I am the project manager of Cáceres Impulsa in the UK. So thank you so much for being there.
Thank you for your time.
And have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.